Good morning, CDT day 98. Jesus and I are just about to leave the Brickyard Inn for the last time, I promise you. So everything is good, everybody's feeling better. Got a little bit of food in us, and then we'll be hitting the trail here pretty soon. It looks like about a 20-mile road walk to begin with. Then we'll be out in the open desert on a lot of some route finding, a little bit of cross-country travel, but mostly it appears to be like forestry roads, a lot of dirt roads going just through the open desert. So that should be the expectation for most of today. Not sure how far we're going to walk, but it's definitely going to be over 20. If we can hit 30, that'd be even better. But we'll just see how it goes. So yeah, little more time here, just using up as much time as we can in the room, and then we'll be on our way. And we're not going to be stopping at any bars in between here in the trail. We'll get to hiking. All right, we were able to get a late checkout from the Brickyard Inn. So thank you so much to the owners of the Brickyard Inn. They're very hiker friendly. So we were able to stay till about 1:45. And now we are headed out onto the trail, which we just walk through town and start getting on the road. Passing through the other side of Rawlins that we didn't get to while we were here. This is where the high school is, the fairgrounds, and the county fair is currently going on. There's also more gas stations, all the fast food like McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell. There's also the Walmart out here and a bunch of stuff. But it's about 1.5 miles from downtown, which is a little too long of a walk for us, so we never ended up making it out there. And that's okay. Well, the basin is as advertised: dry, hot, flat. All right, so we just got a little bit of trail magic on the road. Somebody pulled over because they saw us and started filming us. And we look a little bit closer, and who is it but Jabba, the real hiking Viking, and company. And if you guys remember, I met those two climbing Mount Flora near Berthoud Pass in northern Colorado a couple weeks ago. So never expected to meet them twice, but here we are. They are headed to the Wind River Range, which is where we'll be, except they're driving there, and they'll probably be there, I don't know, today, and we won't be there for like 5 to 6 days, something like that. So probably won't catch them up there. Oh, excuse me, burping a little bit because we just got trail magic. Little Coke Zero.
A little zero sugar.
Yeah, a little zero sugar action.
A little 0 calorie.
Yeah. They were just asking if we wanted anything, and we were like, the only thing we could really use right about now is a cold drink, and just so happened to have like 3/4 of a cold Coke Zero, so I said, yeah, we'll jack that from you. So Jesus got his hands on that, and we're enjoying that, so thank you to both of those guys, and it was cool to see him again. Well, Jesus and I found one of the rarest things in the Great Divide Basin: shade. So we just had to walk through a fence just off the road. The highway is right there. So we're just here for a quick break just to get a little bit of shade and rest the feet. We've already done about 12.5 miles, and it's only, did you catch the time, Jesus?
3:30.
3:30, so we've been going for a little less than 3 hours. So we're going over 4 miles per hour right now, so we're going incredibly fast. Yeah, things are looking pretty good right now. I've been walking on the gravel side just off the shoulder of the road, because walking on straight asphalt can really do damage to your feet, at least mine anyway, and a lot of other people I know of. Just repetitive motion on the same exact spot on your feet can cause a lot of wear, and you can get hot spots and blisters pretty easily. So walking on gravel just gives a little bit extra movement and like different foot placement because it's a little rougher surface. So it's been keeping my feet feeling a lot better. So I've been enjoying that right now. So we should be getting off of this paved road pretty soon and onto cross-country travel and dirt roads. So we'll be going from looking out for traffic to looking out for rattlesnakes and ticks. But at least it'll be on dirt, so it should be a little softer on the feet and be able to make some good mileage and get away from the heavy traffic and stuff like that. So things are looking good so far. Starting to get real windy out here. None of the storm should be hitting us, but the wind's pretty crazy, so we're gonna take advantage of the shelter in the trees while we have it. I'll be eating my duplex cookies, and also the locals at the bar gave us a mixed bag of elk and venison jerky, so I've been munching on that. It's pretty good stuff. So back and forth between sweet and meat. Hey-o! Hey ladies, who's looking to go out for a drink with me? No takers? Alright. Alright. This is our closest water source for the moment. It's kind of a stagnant pool with some pond scum on top, but it looks like it's totally fine when filtered. There's a little canyon up there even, which is unexpected for the area. Pretty cool. Alright, we just left the highway up there, now on trail, and somebody left a 6-gallon water cache here. So that was really nice of whoever did that for us. Thank you. There's about just over 2 gallons left for whoever needs it next. But now we are going to head out in that direction into open nothingness for the next 100 miles or so. So get excited. The basin can be unforgiving. Looks like a pronghorn, I think. Tis tough out here. I severely doubt you'll be able to see them with any sort of clarity, but those 3 specks out there are pronghorn, and I've been hanging out with them for a little while, so they're pretty cool. 2 more miles to camp somewhere out there, and going well. Alright, we made it to this evening's water source, a pond, and from here it's looking really nice. Definitely, lots of animal use, but looking pretty clean otherwise. A lot of bird life in here as well. I see a family of ducks, family of I don't even know what those are. With some small birds, you might be able to hear them squeaking if I shut up for a second. So we're going to camp right down in here to get a little bit of wind coverage from this berm for the pond, while also keeping enough distance so wildlife can get to the pond without being frightened by us. Absolutely gorgeous sight in an otherwise open, barren, flat, dry desert. It is 8 p.m. We are done for the day. So this is our choice for a setup. A little hard to see on video, but there is kind of a depression right in here. Very small, but we also have the berm over here from the pond. So we have that for wind coverage, and then a little bit of a depression here to get some wind coverage from around, and things like that. And I know a lot of you have been commenting on my sun gloves. They are falling apart, but you'll be happy to know that in my very next town, Atlantic City, they have a resupply box sent from my father, and that includes a new pair of sun gloves. So rejoice. All right, just sitting down for dinner with an overlook of the pond and sundown. But I'm taking my food out, and it reminded me of a story I was going to tell you guys. So when I was in Pie Town, New Mexico, I went to the Toaster House, and I had a resupply box for my dad. So I picked that up. That was back when I was still with Nightcrawler and Darian. And the three of us all left that afternoon and then went to TLC Ranch and then eventually to Grant's. By the time we got to Grant's, we got a message from another Nobo named Acuna. You guys might have heard of him. He's about 2 weeks ahead of me right now, but super cool guy. He messaged Nightcrawler and had pictures of packages that we got from fans on YouTube, Trail Angels, Trail Magic, whatever, however you want to label it, at the Toaster House. But we were already in Grants, so we missed it. But it was right around Easter, so they were Easter baskets from someone who watches these videos. Unfortunately, I didn't catch who it was, but these Easter baskets from the pictures were full of like candy and supplies and chips, like all the good stuff, and then $60 cash each, just to help us out with our hikes. So incredibly generous by those individuals who sent them to us. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get to them, so we asked Acuna to donate the money to the Toaster House because they do such wonderful things for through hikers, and then the food to just leave it there for other hikers to pick through. So totally forgot about that, went on with my time and thought nothing of it. And then in where were we? Rawlins. Now that we just left Rawlins, Wyoming, and yesterday, a hiker named Mountain Goat, who I met in Grand Lake and I've been hiking with a little bit, came up to the door and handed me a package of goodies from another CDT hiker named Veggie, and I believe it's Veggie and Snickers, two different people hiking together. So I've never met these guys, but apparently they watch my YouTube videos. So they've been following my hike while doing their own, and so all this was so confusing because I was like, how does Mountain Goat have stuff from them to give to me? But all that matters is I got some supplies from Veggie and a note that said, I watch your videos. I've been following along with your journey, and like what you do. And I raided your Easter basket back at the Toaster House in Pie Town, so I feel like I owe you some goodies. So it gave me a goodie bag. So show you guys what that is right now. So Veggie gave me 2 of these packets of organic peanut butter cups by Justin's. I also got this package of protein almonds, looks like chocolate covered, and then 2 packets of chocolate whey protein powder. So I got some treats as well as a ton of protein, which is definitely helping me through this next section. So it made my resupply quite a bit easier. So thank you so much to Veggie, both for watching and the kind note and helping me out with these goodies, and potentially Snickers if he's involved. I'm not exactly sure, but thank you to you or both of you. It's been a really cool treat. And again, I'm still not sure how it got into Mountain Goat's hands, but I'm not asking any questions. This is really awesome. Alright, so what's for dinner this evening? I am going with double ramen. So I'm going to have 2 packets of the beef ramen, thanks to a trade with Jesus, who has now is the proud owner of the soy sauce ramen. 2 packets. That's right. There's something, as we were just saying, there's something about a double ramen that's just right. And then to enrich it with some protein, I'll be throwing in some of this mixed bag of elk and venison jerky, courtesy of the locals at the Hole in the Wall Bar in Rawlins. So I think that's enough to hold me over for tonight and work out pretty well. Should be real tasty too. Oh, by the way, I'm sure you've noticed me in my Crocs, my generic Crocs. I know it's sacrilege because my very name is Jandals, but these Crocs, to be honest, are so much more versatile. They're almost equally as lightweight, as far as I can tell, and I can use them as water shoes, shower shoes, and or kicking around camp like this right now, which I could normally do in Jandals, but with these I could wear socks. So like if the biting flies and mosquitoes get bad, I can put my socks on and I'll still be safe. Plus they have relaxed mode, or what I'm currently in, sport mode, throwing in that heel so that I can get down to the water and back without any issues. And sometimes that can be issues with my Jandals, so I don't know, maybe I'll need a new trail name or something, but for now I'm enjoying these Crocs. And another benefit that Jesus brought to my attention is you can actually hike in these decently well without too many problems. So there might be someday that I might experiment with that, but for now I'll stick with my trail runners. Alright, obviously it's getting a little dark here, so I'm going to finish the day with some statistics. So today, starting at around 12:45 p.m., we walked 21 miles and about 1,300 feet in elevation gain. And we finished at 8 p.m. So we did 21 miles in just a little over 7 hours, which is pretty good. It's like, gosh, what is that? That's about 3 miles per hour average, and that is including almost an hour-long break in the trees, just waiting out, you know, the windstorm and having a little bit of a rest break. So actually walking, we were doing probably closer to 3.5 miles per hour, if not more. So really did well today in terms of speed, and I think we're going to be doing even better tomorrow because we'll be waking up at a pretty early hour to try to get a big day in. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, that is the end of the day, and I appreciate you watching. I have a couple photos that are pretty cool, and then you can check those out, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.